Good morning, students. This is Harshala teacher. We are going to learn English and we are going to start our new lesson, that is 2.3, connecting a dot. 2.3, connecting a dot. This lesson is about Steve Jobs. Basically, this lessons allows us to peek into the life of Steve Jobs and who, out of sheer determination and never say die attitude, and he needs to fought with all the obstacles in his life and reach towards the success. Basically, Connecting the Dots is a book written by Rashmi Bansal. In this book she has written the 20 stories of well achiever businessman who has not done any MBA, but they become a successful businessman. So from that only this story is going to be in the lesson, that is Steve Jobs connecting the dots. Okay, so basically everybody know who is Steve Jobs. This lesson talks about the stories in the life of Steve Jobs, which, according to him, were the three turning points in his life. Okay, so he trusted his intuition and his heart and achieved the name and fame. Fame means famous, and he advised his readers to follow their heart as well the brain. Then the first story is Connecting the Dots, talks about his college days, wherein he dropped out of college to follow his heart and ended up designing the first Macintosh computer. According to him, whatever you do in life help you in future somewhere down the line. Okay, so whatever in life you have to help your future also. Then its second story is about the love and loss, and its third story about the death and how he escaped from the jaw of the death. So students, now we are going to uh, learn this lesson directly. Okay, so this is, I have talked about the Steve Jobs. Now we'll see the lesson. And warming up is the you have to solve it for the exercise. Now connecting the dots. Steve Jobs was an American entrepreneur means businessman, business and inventor and industrial designer. He was the chairman, chief executive officer, and co-founder of Apple. Include everybody know Apple. We are using the Apple phone. So he is widely recognized as one of the pioneers of the microcomputer revolution of the 1970s and 1980s. So this is the background of Steve Jobs. Okay. After that, we'll see the actual story of Steve Jobs. Today I want to tell you three stories from my life. This is like a bibliography, autobiography, and Steve Jobs himself tell us the story about his life. So he is talking about us and telling that I'm going to tell you this three story about my life. So that's it. Just three stories. The first story is about connecting the dots. I drop out of means discontinuing or the left read college after the first 6 months, but then stayed around as a drop in for another 18 months before. Drop in means again the visitor. And I really quit. Looking back, it was one of the best decisions I ever made. Then after when I look back, I decided that it was the best decision of my life, that I could stop taking the required classes and that didn't interest me and begin dropping in on the ones that looked interesting. I didn't have a dorm room. Dorm means a dormitory. Okay. I didn't have a dorm room. So I slept on the floor in a flames room. I returned Coke bottles for the 5 cents deposit to buy a food with, and I would walk 7 miles across town every Sunday night to get one good meal a week at the Hare Krishna temple. So you know what? In that those days, Steve Jobs never get a food also, and one Sunday only he walked far away to get a good meal till the Hare Krishna temple. I loved it, and that food was very amazing because in every day he could not afford a food, and much of what I stumbled into the by following my curiosity and intuition turned out to the priceless later, because all these obstacles, all this hardship, it's turned out afterwards in a very good future. Here's one example that Reed College offered perhaps the best calligraphy instruction in the country, because I had to take a calligraphy class and I learned about serif and sans serif typefaces, about what makes a great typography great. Means what? Typography means the appearance of the printed matter. So this type of calligraphy writing is very interesting, and he knows that, and so that he want to learn more about the calligraphy. Then 10 years later, when he were designing the first Macintosh computer, it all came back to me, because when he is designing that time, that calligraphy work come back to him again. If I had never dropped in on that course in college, the Mac would had never had multiple typefaces, or for that matter even a proportionally spaced font. So in that time he used the multiple typefaces and proportionally a dark type of hand fonts. Then, and since Windows just copied a Mac, it's likely no personal computer would have them. Of course, it was impossible to connect the dots looking forward when I was in a college. So this could be a one dot which should be connected to the future of the Steve Jobs. And when he was in a college, but it was very clear looking backward 10 years later. So it was very clear when he have decided to drop out from the college, and after that he could design the Macintosh computer with the help of calligraphy. You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backward. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. So whatever decision, dots here means the whatever decision you have took in your previous years, that could be a dot of the later future, and it should be connected, because it could be a nice future should be there if you have taken any decision in your previous or the early years. Then when you look forward, that time these dots could be a nice what background for you, or this could be a supportive for your future. Then so have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in some things, that your gut means the courage and the determination. Then destiny, of course, destiny, life, then karma, whatever you are saying. And this approach have never let me down, and it has made all the differences in my life. So always he is looking forward, and he never look back. And when he look back, so whatever the dot he is connected, it is already utilized for his future. So whatever decision he took in his previous year, it will be helpful for his future. And he is always what believe on his courage, his destiny. My second story. This is how he have concluded his first story. Now he is talking about his second story. My second story is about love and loss. I found what I love to do early in life was, that is Steve Wozniak, and I started Apple when I was 20. When he was just 20 years old, he have started the Apple company. And in 10 years, Apple had gone from the just the two of us in a garage into the 2 billion, sorry, dollar two company. So where it is in a garage. So and then I got fired. Means he lost his job. It was the devastating. Devastating means cause a several shock for him. But something slowly began to dawn and on. Means began to dawn on means began to become a clear for him. I still loved what I did. So whatever he have did, he's still loving it. And so I decided to start over. So he decided to start over whatever he is doing right now. The heaviness of being successful was replaced by the lightness of being the beginner again. So, whatever he have took the decision, till now he was a very successful person, but afterwards he is fired from that, and because of that, now again he should be start from the beginning, and now he become again the struggler or the beginner. It freed me to entire one of the most creative period of my life. During the next 5 years, I started a company, next another company named Pixar, and fell in love with the amazing woman who would become my wife. So Pixar is now the world most successful animation studio. So Pixar is a now world best animation studio. Apple bought next. I returned to Apple and the technology we developed at Next is the heart of Apple's current renaissance. Renaissance means the rebirth of the Apple. So whatever he have done for the Pixar, he have given to the Apple, and Apple Next is created over there. And the and Lauren and I have a wonderful family together. His wife Lauren and Steve had a wonderful family together. Sometimes life hits you in the head with a brick, then hits you in the head with a brick means give a great shock, sudden shock to you, that don't lose faith. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking, don't settle. Keep looking, don't settle it. And now he is going to begin his third story. My third story is about to death. About a year ago, I was diagnosed with cancer. My doctor advised me to go home and get my affairs in order, which is doctor's code that prepare for dying. Then I lived with a diagnosis all the day. Later that evening, I had a biopsy. It turned out to be a very rare form of a pancreatic cancer that is curable with the surgery. Then he come to know that it could be curable with the surgery. And I had the surgery and I am fine now. And after that, he had the surgery and now he is very fine. This was the closest I have been facing the death, and I hope it's the closest I get for a few more decades having lived together it. I can now say this to you, your time is limited, and so don't waste it living someone else's life. So don't waste that whatever you want to do in your life, whatever you have decided for your life, you do it right now because your time is limited. You never know what is going to happen in the next days. Then don't trap by the dogma. Dogma your belief or the set of beliefs you have decided it or what you are realized. which is living with the results of others people's thinking. So whatever the see, somehow some are giving the just a suggestion that don't do this, don't this, and this could be like this. So you don't whatever you want to do it, but it should be a what it should be particular way to do it. Otherwise you are doing a wrong thing and somebody is guiding you, that time you have to listen that person. But you are doing a well job and somebody is misguide you, that time you don't listen. And don't let the noise of others opinion drown out your own inner voice. Drown out means don't become a louder that whatever the others giving opinion about you, so don't listen that opinion. If you are correct, listen to your inner voice and do whatever you want to do. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuitions. So whatever your intuitions are there, whatever your heart is saying, that courage you have to follow your heart. And they somehow already know what you truly want to become, because your heart and your intuition know somehow whatever you are truly want to become. When I was young, there was an amazing publication called The Whole Earth Catalog. And in the final issue, all on the back cover, they put the photograph of an early morning country road. So beneath it were the words, "Stay hungry, stay foolish." So it was their farewell message as they sign off. And I have always wished that for myself. And now, as you graduate to begin anew means in a new or different way. I wish that for you, stay hungry and stay foolish means stay hungry for the education, stay foolish whether you are know, but you are know something from the situation, you know something from the things, then be that I don't know anything and start newly to learn that things. So this is how you could achieve the success in your life. So this is the lesson. I hope you all are understand this lesson. So let's write the assignments attached with this video. Thank you students. Take care. Stay home and stay safe. Thank you very much.